So I found this video the other day called Villains That Would Fit Perfectly into Batman's Rogues Gallery. And it's a video of just who, non DC villains would fit well in, I'm guessing, the Arkham games in this instance, since Gotham Paladin is an Arkham YouTuber, like Arkham game YouTuber. But he had some good picks. He had Shredder, William Afton, Taskmaster, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Venom, and Kingpin. So there was a lot of good ones. But I started thinking about that myself. What villains would fit pretty well in Batman's Rogues Gallery? In at least, the Arkham games. So today I'm going to go over 7 of the ones that I think would fit. And if you guys want to see more of this content in the future, be sure to like and sub, and let's get into it. Metal Sonic, the copy of Sonic made by Dr. Eggman. So, Metal, if y'all don't know who he is, was created by Dr. Eggman as a robotic rival for Sonic. And he recently appeared in the Sonic 3 post-credits scene. Now, Metal is decked out with abilities and weapons. He's got 2 lasers, one on his chest, and from the Sonic 3 post-credit scene, one on his arm. He's got razor sharp claws, a jet that makes him able to fly, and he can like spin his limbs around. I don't really know what he's doing here. But in Sonic 3, he has an army of other Metal Sonics. So all of this combined would make him a formidable villain. Now, I know you might be thinking Eggman would be a better villain, and I do think that, but Eggman should be more of just like the puppet master, the guy pulling the strings. Metal is should be the one who is actually fighting Batman, and that's why I'm including him on this list because he is physically capable of taking on Batman that I personally feel like at least. His armor has to be good, to deal with Sonic's razor sharp spin dashes. The ability to fly would most likely help him a lot to escape as well. The metal army would help him, I don't know, just like try to overwhelm Batman, although it hasn't really worked out for pretty much any villain in the past. So I don't really see how that would work. But still, Metal also has really good combat abilities, especially seen in Sonic Boom. So all of this combined would certainly make for an interesting villain, in my opinion. Plus, obviously, he's a robot. If Eggman told him to go kill Batman, he is not going to care about like anything. He is a robot. He is like remorseless and emotionless. So there's that factor as well.
Then why don't you show your face, you fucking coward?
My pleasure.
Now, hear me out on this one. I know Ghostface would most likely not last 2 seconds in a fight with Batman. Pretty much all of them, to be honest. But I didn't pick him for that reason. I picked him because of mainly the versatility. You see, Ghostface is a person. That's the thing with the Scream movies. They're murder mysteries. They hang out with their victims. Billy and Stu were hanging out with Sidney and Tatum, and they killed Tatum and tried to kill Sidney, as well as, Dewey and uh, Gale, but that's beside the point. Well, is it? I don't know. The point is, Ghostface would be able to take off his mask, most likely by day, and put it back on at night. And Batman would most likely, at first at least, not expect some kids to be able to do this. But if he like analyzes the scene and say like, oh, this is like the sign of just like a non-experienced killer, da 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 da, da, he could most likely put them on the list at least. But still, I feel like it would take a bit of time for him to actually figure out specifically who was under the masks. But also, if he was able to capture them, there's more. Because that's the whole thing with these Scream movies. New people don the masks. He puts Billy and Stu in Arkham. Then all of a sudden, Mrs. Loomis and Mickey come out, and they start doing things, but with different kill styles and motives, most likely. So now there's this, and that could most likely cause a bit of a confusion element in these games because you don't know like which Ghostface this is, essentially. You don't know if it's like Billy or Stu or whatever. So Batman would have to adapt to these new killers and like, I guess like draw them out in some sort of way, like some sort of crazy unique way. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention Ghostface.
Hey man, I think I saw that kid you were looking for. Hey!
Now, I know we already talked about Metal Sonic, who's a robot, but the T-1000 is a different kind of robot. He has the ability, he's made of liquid metal, unlike, Metal Sonic, who's made of just like, I don't know, like iron or steel or something strong. But the T-1000 is better for infiltrating things, unlike Metal, who would just, probably just like go in loud. He can turn himself into anyone he comes in contact with, make sharp blades with his limbs, and even turn into a puddle, which I found to be a bit of a ridiculous part of Terminator 2. But to be honest, it was kind of funny, not gonna lie. But still, with a shapeshifter, there's always the element of him framing Batman for something. But even if not, he could still transform into other people to make Batman think it's someone he like trusts, like Batgirl or something like that, until he says something that they don't like that doesn't match up with their personality, and Batman punches him in the face, and it like goes right through him. And the T-1000 is actually a good fighter. He was able to take on the T-800 multiple times. And the first encounter, he didn't even use his like sharp limbs or anything like that. Imagine what he could do with it in like just straight up combat, not just chasing someone. So that's just my pitch. The T-1000 would be just like an interesting infiltrator. I don't know, dude. Plus, as I said with Metal Sonic, he's a robot, emotionless killer. He's a Terminator. He's literally made to kill. Now, I don't really know like how many xenomorphs you would want. It's kind of up to you, to be honest. I would personally kind of go with one xenomorph because I don't know. I feel like multiple would be a bit like overkill for the games, but still, the xenomorph being added to the Batman games would be very like I'd say probably weird as well because it's a creature. Like I know he's faced off against Man-Bat, but even Man-Bat is a person. He's just like a genetic mutated Kirk Langstrom. The xenomorph is just a full-on creature from space. So that like crashing into Gotham City, I don't know, it's Gotham City, all right. Figure it out how it got there. And then it would start like roaming around and, possibly killing people, most likely because like it's afraid of the people. Well, I don't know. I didn't really know the motives for the first Alien movie. But still, the fact that Batman would have to face a more of like a genuine creature this time. I don't really know if you would call like Killer Croc and Man Bat like genuine creatures, but still, just an alien. There you go, an alien with acid blood, two mouths, and a sharp tail, and a fast one as well that can climb, fit through vents, and makes cool noises. Okay, that last one wasn't really as important, but like, come on, you gotta admit that the noises are pretty cool. But still, I don't I don't know how hard Bat it would be for Batman to beat a xenomorph, but that's like kind of like part of the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm curious. Like someone tell me in the comments.
The idea is differ from that of Costain.
Now, Michael Myers would be a little kind of similar to Ghostface, but he would be able to hold his own most likely. He has superhuman strength and durability, so there's that. But on top of that, he seems to teleport. I don't really know if he's actually able to teleport, but just just think about it. Batman gets to a scene where Michael just killed someone or whatever, and he walks off and Batman pursues him and he turns the corner and he's gone. So, yeah, that would be kind of in another interesting thing to add to it. Would just be, Michael's intimidating presence just walking around and just murdering people and it wouldn't even there wouldn't even be a point of interrogating him because he's not going to say anything. Like literally, like has not he does not speak very much, I don't think. And just think about what would happen if, Rocksteady made a game with Michael Myers in it and they took a Suicide Squad approach where they just had Michael in the background watching Batman every so often and then just walking away if he gets seen and then he's just gone. And then, like 2 minutes later, it's reported that he killed someone. That would be like my opinion, like a really cool thing. Active killer thing. What am I on about? For these games. Yes, I know we're going through a lot of horror villains, but come on, like these are the Arkham games. These are made for horror people. So, to be honest, I don't know a lot about Nemesis. I haven't played enough of Resident Evil 3, but what I do know is he is just a tank, like more than a tank. He has survived a lot, and he's like a creature made for destruction. That's that pretty much automatically makes him a good victim for Gotham. Like, come on. And I'm kind of curious if Batman would try to kill him because it's not like he's not a person, he's like a creature, like genetically made and all that. So I'm wondering if he would like want to kill him just like out of, like I don't know what else to do, that kind of thing. But even even if he tried to, the thing has survived so much, like guns, explosives, and I think actually a nuke. I could be wrong, but still, Nemesis is extremely strong. He has a zombie army. I don't know if that would really be. I don't really think they should bring the zombie army if they were to add him to the games. But still, and he's got like a tendril thing that would be weird. I don't be cool. I don't know, just sling people around. I know we talked about the alien, but this one I feel like could be used in a different way. Mainly because of the camouflage, the invisibility. The predator could simply, if he was to like break into something, for instance, he could just stab someone in the heart with his arm blades, disappear, and then, or no, that's the wrong order. Stab someone in the heart with his blades, turn invisible, and then disappear, and then repeat. There you go. And that could be interesting if Batman would have to do like the horror approach, like the Invisible Man from 2020, where they like spray paint on him or dump paint on him. That would be kind of like a fun little like I don't know, I guess like mini game or something like that. I don't really know. But still, even with all of that, the Predator is still decked out with other abilities and weapons, such as, the arm blades, the shield, the missiles, I think, the traps. Everything about him would just make such a good, interesting addition to the Rogues Gallery. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and tell me who you would think would fit good into this. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.